Okay, welcome to Mythbusters this week. We've got a very exciting week this week because you know what, John? This week, we're going to Moore College. This week is called Moore Mythbusters because at Mythbusters, we seek to crack myths because myths are very serious.
They're very serious. In fact, we have two big myths that we're going to bust this week at Myth. We're going to hopefully bust this week at college. And I think the first myth we're looking at this morning is going to be the myth that the DBK, the D.B.Knox Lecture Theatre, is set at below freezing.
Oh yeah.
So as to
I've heard that myth.
So as to induce mind control. This myth's been around for a while. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like
we got to attack
15, 20, 25 years. Even
before it existed. The myth.
Way before. You know what, John? You know what? I think we need. Well, how are we going to attack this?
I think we need to two-stage. We need to firstly find out, can cold affect the brain?
Yeah. Okay.
And secondly, is that room as cold as everyone says it is?
Yeah.
And I think if we go maybe straight to Alan Honey.
Oh, John, we've got to go straight to the top on this one because Alan Honey, let alone control the whole college, he certainly controls DBK.
He's the puppet master of Moore College.
Alan Honey.
So let's go straight away.
We'll find
chat to Moore. Mr. Honey, just a quick question if I may. There's a myth that the DBK is set deliberately below freezing as so induce mind control.
Oh,
can you confirm?
Lee.
Alan Horney was quite adamant that there was no funny business going on with the air conditioning. But our secret cameras caught him later on doing something which suggests to me there's more to this myth than meets the eye. Check out this footage.
-5 ought to be good for doctrine too.
So Marty, what do you think about that footage?
Well, I tell you what, you know what, John? I sense, not only do I sense with all 5 of them, but I smell something. I smell something, John, and we've got to sniff it out.
We're going to sniff.
We got to go down there ourselves, John.
I think the answer lies in that cavernous room with the heckling laughter of Alan Honey.
We are in the center, in the epicenter, the core structures of the DBK, and we found the tube that pumps cold air into the DBK. But now we must find the control panel. We must find the panel that operates this whole system.
This has to be it. This has to be it right here. What do you think, buddy?
I haven't seen this thing since the 60s.
Notice the inscription on the wall.
I think I've seen this before. I think it's very complex, it's very detailed, it's Syrian. In fact, no, it's not Syrian, it's Hebrew. It's a very complex form of ancient Near Eastern Hebrew.
With a textual variant here in the 33rd verse.
You know what? This is so detailed, this is so complex, I don't even think Andrew Sheed could crack this one. You know, there's no way we're gonna understand this control panel. It's so complex.
Marty, look, up here.
Oh, here it is. Oh, I've heard about this. I've heard whispers of this.
This has been around for years.
The man that tried to crack this myth, he tried to find out the temperatures, even when it was Fahrenheit. And look what happened to him. The elusive third Jensen. Oh, you know what, John?
This proves we're close.
I feel like we're getting too deep. I feel like this myth is dragging us deep, but you know what? We gotta keep going. We gotta find the truth.
You know why?
Why?
Because we bust myths.
That's what we do. We're Mythbusters, and we gotta find the truth about this one. That did not cover much for us, you know. Those Hebrew scripts. I mean, I've cracked them before, but I think what we need to do now is get some expert opinions.
I know just a guy called Dr. Cool. He's got a PhD in physiology at UCLA.
Cool,
Reverend Dr. Skurbin, I think, is the man. And we're going to go see him right now when he's out.
Yeah, that's
good. He's the man to talk to. Let's go.
Hey, Dr. Dave, just a few questions if I may.
Hello.
Welcome to Mythbusters for a start, and
could you tell me, is it possible to induce some kind of mind control by lowering the brain's temperature to, say, 0 degrees?
No way, that is really plausible. I like to call it the porridge effect, John.
Porridge effect.
You see, the brain is like a bowl of porridge. And as the porridge decreases in temperature and it gets sticky, so does the brain. So that anything that is said will stick in the brain. The neuronal activity as the temperature drops decreases. So that the rate of discharge of the axons is lowered to such a degree that the hippocampus, if you will, goes into la-la land.
Lotto mode. Is that the official American jargon?
So that a university or a college might become a hippie campus.
the hippie campus.
The hippocampus converts it into a hippie campus.
Hereby making everybody more susceptible to mind control?
Mind control. They'll absorb anything you throw at them.
So you're saying this myth is plausible, according
This
to you,
myth is
Dr. Cool.
definitely plausible.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Cool Dave. Let's go find out just how cold this room really is. We're here at the heart of the situation, DBK itself. The freezer, as it's being called, the Kelvinator, the DB Kelvinator. We gotta work out how cold this room really is.
Yeah, you know what? The control room gave us no answers. We needed to get someone in here. We needed to bring in Buster.
Buster. And who better to test something than Buster? Our crash tester.
Yeah, here he is. Yeah,
Here's
hey,
Buster.
He's a little bit camera shy, but Buster is going to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to leave Buster in the DBK
For 24 hours.
for 24 hours.
We're going to measure his temperature at the end of 24 hours.
At the end of 24 hours.
to give us a thorough indication of what the temperature actually is.
Buster loves this kind of job. He was made for this kind of job. Okay,
Okay,
Buster.
Buster.
We're going to let you go.
You go, Buster.
You look at yourself. Off you go. No, this way,
No,
Buster.
this way.
Buster,
This
over
way.
here.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, Buster. Okay. Now let's go.
It's now 24 hours later. We're going to check on Buster to see how he's going. So you ready to go?
I'm ready. Hey, Buster
let's
loves
go.
this kind of thing. Let's see.
Let's see where Buster is.
Oh, gee, it's cold. It's cold. Wow, I don't understand how anyone could work in here.
Can you imagine 2 hours of Woodhouse in this
Oh,
room?
man, that would be
My
crazy.
brain would be frozen.
Hey,
Wait,
hey, Buster. Buster, where is that dog?
Hang on, what's this? Marty.
Look at this. Wow. You know what, John? I think that could be some funny business going on here.
Unlike Buster to drop his lead,
Wow.
something's definitely happened to him.
Buster, come
Buster.
on, dog. Where are you?
Buster.
He's a dog that likes to hide.
Hang on, Marty. Marty.
Oh, John, what is that?
It looks like Buster.
Well, it's definitely his tail.
And it looks a little bit like him, but...
Oh, he's solid as a rock. He's like a rock at the bottom of the ocean.
If the cold has broken down and somehow reformed him in some chicken-like object.
Wow, I've never seen anything like this.
It must be at least 18 or 19 below
That's
freezing.
my Buster. That's my dog right there.
I think was your dog is probably the better term.
Well, you know what? This myth is
Totally
totally
confirmed.
Totally confirmed.